Welcome back to the Realistic Cattle Ranch Challenge on Sunshine Forest. I'm BP, and it's time to get to work. Today, we're starting with getting some fertilizer on our fields. I did mow this field and ted and bale up the hay and then pick up all the hay bales from this field and our other grass field already. I did go ahead and get the slurry spread on our other field. That one is complete, and now we just have to get this one done. We also had some other exciting news in our calf igloos. We had several of our calves age up into adolescence. So we were able to get them moved and free up some space for some of those 30 babies that are coming. I think we ended up with 4 or 5 additional bulls out of those adolescent animals. So if you look down here when we're making the turn, we have a bunch of animals in our livestock pen, this one right up here on the right. And those are all bulls. As they get older, if their breeding stock is better than what we have, we will replace our existing breeding stock. If not, then we'll just continue to grow them and until they're worth a decent amount of money, and then we will take them and we will sell them. But it's nice to have some additional animals that we're raising to either replace our bull stock that we have already, because some of those guys are going to be getting a little bit older, and to have some animals that we know are not going to be on the farm long term, which means that they will get sold for profit. And selling some of these animals is going to be, you know, really important to making money and getting us on to the next phase of the ranch. You can see over here, let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, 5 additional bulls put in there, so our one lonely bull who's been over there from the beginning is no longer alone. And they can all grow up happily eating grass over there. I think there's a little bit of hay left in that pen, but not much, and they will be on grass until it's time to finish them, to make sure they're not costing us money while they're growing. And if we need to finish them on hay to increase their value, we can certainly do that as well. So let's go ahead and get this field knocked out. The slurry goes pretty far. I'm quite pleased with our water tank slurry tank combo. It certainly could hold a little bit more, but I don't think that's a really big problem with the size fields we have currently. The fact that we can switch back and forth, it works nicely, and it gets the job done is what's really critical. I went all the way to the shop. I did look at the Iceria Pro to try to bring it in here to get our nitrogen levels more accurate, but it's $23,000 to $24,000, and I just can't see spending that much money on that piece of equipment right now. Now, certainly, if it comes up in the sale and there's a better deal on it, you know, let's have that conversation and let's pursue that. But for right now, we really have to be investing in our ranch to try to get as much stuff in as possible. We're going to have to find a place for all these calves that are coming, and our birthing barn is getting to be a little bit on the small side. Actually, this morning when I was checking it, the cows had eaten through all of the TMR, which has not happened before. So that's how many we have in there. We've got to be careful in watching that. So grab these last couple of spots, get them all done and covered up. And then we'll be on and about our day. We're getting about 1,200 liters of milk a day. We do have, I think it's maybe 240 liters of buffalo milk. I'd love to get some more buffalo milk so we can do some buffalo mozzarella or some bottled buffalo milk. And any of those things would be great to increase our income on the farm. Just have not had good luck finding buffalo heifers, so we'll have to keep an eye out for them. But as of right now, that's That's a bit of a tough one for us to keep growing, but we'll get there. So I'm going to dump this over here. I think what I might actually do is fill it and top off the 2 open pastures. They have a ton of water, but always good to keep it topped off. We have almost 1 pallet of eggs. I'm not sure how old the roosters have to be in the realistic livestock mod before they start to have the hens reproduce. Our one rooster in there, I think, is like 9 or 10 months old, so I would assume he's getting close. But, you know, we'll just have to see, because once the chickens start breeding, they are prolific reproducers, and I think that thing will be full pretty quickly. So, turn that off. We'll dump that there. I do think we want to head over and grab our Massey. The other thing I want to get done before we progress into May is get some manure put in our greenhouses and try to get those amped up a little bit. See if we can't help them produce a little bit more lettuce than they're producing now. You know, the 2 big greenhouses are definitely a good addition and just doing way better than our small ones. We're actually getting ahead on our loan a little bit, just a couple $1,000s a month, which is good. But we have to make more progress in that. I'd love to get to the point where we could actually afford to pay off part of the loan, or the small. I think we would have a $250,000 and a $50,000 loan. So if we could get to the point where we could start paying off maybe the $50,000 loan first, and start chipping away at our monthly bills, that would be advantageous. So I am not actually sure where these go. So let's turn on the interactive zone markers, and let's see what they have to say. Looks like it's just right here in front. That seem right? Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's where it's gonna be. There's nothing around back or inside, right? That's just the control. Nothing over there. Nothing over here. Well, I mean, there are these boxes back here. I'm wondering if do you dump it outside? I guess we'll find out. Maybe we'll jump into third person here so we can see a little better. Okay, that seems to be dumping that on the ground. That's not ideal. Okay, well, the water goes in over here. Okay, well, that seems like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so we gotta dump it where the water is. That's not the end of the world. We can handle that. Let's try to get the rest of this up if we can. Might just be in the ground at this point. Easy way to get rid of this stuff here. Well, let's do it real quick. Jump into the construction menu. Just grab like the smoothing tool and just... Oh, maybe it won't smooth over it. That's interesting. Huh. Well, should we paint over it real quick? Put some gravel down? There we go. Okay. Well, we're going to take a couple trips and get each of these started. I'm not sure how much manure we have in the pit. So 2,000 a scoop. We'll probably put 2 in the first one, 2 in the second one, see where that gets us. Doesn't seem like we have a ton back here, but certainly enough to get started with manure in the greenhouses. Then after that, I think we run up to the animal dealer and check and see what we have for animals for the month. I took a quick peek in the sale, and there's really nothing there that grabs us. Only a couple things we're really looking for actively. That Iceria Pro would be one. We could go with a slightly bigger animal trailer at this stage. I don't know that we need to. And then we could also look at a different tractor or adding a tractor to the farm as well. I think that's probably going to be too expensive before we put the money into a bigger barn for the animals. So we'll have to just wait and see how that turns out. All right, got 4,000 in the first greenhouse. Let's go ahead and throw 4,000 in the second greenhouse so we can check and see how much manure we have left. What'll be nice is when it comes time to clean out the igloos, which we can do at some point in an upcoming episode. We'll be able to just put all of that manure right into our greenhouses. So that'll be nice and easy. I'm going to jump in here real quick and turn off the interactive zone markers. Not my favorite thing to have on when we're playing. Did just want to make sure we knew where we were going with our manure. Alright, another 2,000 here, hopefully. There we go. I'd have enough to do one more scoop in each one. Get us cooking with gas in our greenhouses. And after we head up to the animal dealer and check out the livestock for the month, I think we head into May and see what that brings. I think we've got a lot of babies on the way, so we want to be ready for that. It is going to be a stretch to keep all the animals where they are. I do want to double check that our birthing barn does not have, is not at risk of an overflow situation where a calf couldn't be born. I'm not really sure what would happen if they weren't born in the barn because there wasn't space, but I'd rather not figure that one out. We'll put one more scoop in each one, call that good for today, get it switched over to producing lettuce with water and manure, which should increase our income from our lettuce production. Alright, one more. And before you know it, we'll be through spring and hitting summer and looking at fall for harvest here, so have to be ready. I'm looking forward to driving the Massey Ferguson harvester again. That thing was a lot of fun to drive for the harvest. It's nice doing some of the smaller fields and stuff from time to time. You get a better feel for the driving of things. It's fun to do things manually. Been really enjoying this series in that regard. And one last scoop here, and then we'll jump in and switch these over. Excellent. That is done. I know I say it every episode, but guys, this Massey skid steer tool is great. I definitely recommend downloading it. Great for tight spaces, handles really well. The weights on the back, I haven't really found anything around here that I've been trying to pick up that I haven't been able to pick up. 9-meter logs, the whole thing, it all just works really, really well. So that's just a great piece of equipment. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the animal dealer before we head up there. Make sure we're not wasting a trip. So animals we can buy. Yeah, they got a couple of bulls, but nothing that's grabbing me. If there's nothing to buy, then we just go right into next month. Yeah, you've got to be better than good to make it onto this farm. It just is not worth picking up bad or average animals. So, well, I think that's going to be it for April. We're not going to head up to the store because there was nothing there to purchase. Let's walk down here and just see what we have milk-wise. Let's see, get a little further away, see if we can get that to pop up. Usually I can get the milk info right down here. Let's see. Maybe. Keeps popping up. It's thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Nope. That's just giving me the genetics. Let's see. The birthing barn We have 231 liters of buffalo milk, and I already pulled, I think it was 1,400 liters of milk out of there today. So working well. So we're going to come down here, turn off regular lettuce, turn on manure lettuce, turn that to selling. Come back into the other greenhouse, turn off regular lettuce, turn on manure lettuce, and leave that be. 4 manure per cycle times 240 a month. So it's going to burn, what's that going to be? 800 plus 160, 960 liters of manure a month. So we put 6,000 liters into each one. So we should be good for a couple of months, which is going to be great news. So I think that will get us done for April. Oh, real quick before we head out, we do have a great stash of hay. You guys can see it in here. Hay bales. Let's check and see what we have. Square hay bales. That one's a partial. 34 hay bales. So I think the next round of grass cutting, we're going to use that fun new baler and create some big silage sausage bales and go from there. But I will see you guys in May. See you in a sec. Welcome to May, guys. As we transitioned over, it said we had 7 calves overnight. So that is very exciting news. Let's get in here and take a look at our animals. See what we have. See what needs to be moved. Wow, there we go. There's one. Move to trailer. Okay. We don't need to move that one. Recovering. No suitable animal. Maybe that's why I thought Haka wasn't getting pregnant in there, because apparently we have 2 Hakas, a Holstein and a Limousine. So maybe that was the challenge. Okay. Loud Bossy. Still good. Oh, we have a Holstein Bull that needs to be moved. Don't want that one clicked. Shadow is ready to go back. Bubbles. Expecting 3 babies. Holy goodness. We have so many animals on the farm, guys. This is really exciting. And another animal ready to move to the trailer. Got to go back and forth here a little bit because it's starting to cross over again. 3 babies, 1 baby. And we have we have multiple water buffalo babies. That is very exciting. All right, still pregnant, recovering, no suitable animal. And our last one, move to trailer. Okay, so, I mean, we have a lot of animals. These are all the animals in our trailer. We have a lot of animals. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 babies and several cows to head back in. We have not used this end pen down here yet, the last one on this back row, just because we haven't needed to. So it is completely full. So I'm thinking we'll put some of the calves in here. I'm wondering if we can move more than 1 at a time, or if we are still, nope, we're still going to move 1 at a time, which is okay. Just got to get through it and make sure we get the right ones. And it doesn't seem, the selecting of the animal doesn't seem to matter. It seems to be that you have to be highlighted is what seems to matter sometimes. And as I say that, then it won't do it. So 0 animals moved. Okay. Move to husbandry. Not enough space in husbandry. Well, we have a full-size animal in here that we definitely don't want. So move that one back to trailer. Okay, the Angus bull. Oh yeah, Haka's in here too. We don't want her in here. Yeah, the movement thing is proving to be a bit of a challenge with this mod, but it's something we can get through. Move to husbandry. Okay, and then move Angus bull to husbandry, and then I think we're going to be full there. So we should have room for 2 more. Only have room for 1 more in that one. Okay, well, we'll have to separate them out, but that's okay. Move to husbandry. Okay, that one is full. Not a problem. That one's going to be full too. So we'll move 1 in here. And then we have to run over to this side. I think there's a spot in this first one right here. And we have room for 30 calves, so it is hard to imagine that we are running out of space, but we are, so... All right, then we have 4 eligible cows to go back into the breeding pen. And let's just get these ones moved. And we're going to have to check and see who's pregnant in this pen. Who needs to go over to the birthing barn. So, that is done. Okay. Who is pregnant? Spoiled Ember is pregnant. Move, yep. Okay, Patches is pregnant. That's going to be too young. I think some of these we just moved. Nirvana is pregnant. Shadow, I think we just put in. Haka, the one we were worried about, is pregnant, so that's not a problem. Move to trailer. Sally is pregnant with 2. That is great news. And that is it. So, not bad, guys. Several more pregnant animals. And we'll see. I'd love to just be able to select all of these and move 1 animal. Yep, that's all we're going to get. Should also check their food while we are here. Okay, so put the herdsman stick down here. And how are we doing on food for everybody? The birthing barn still has 7,000 liters of Total's mixed ration. They're going to need some more. The breeding pasture has 500 liters of hay, so they definitely need some more. Calf Igloo 2 is empty of animals, which is good, and it's not bad. Calf Igloo 1 will have to top off water and hay, but it's doing okay. Igloo 3, wow, out of water overnight. I know I topped that one off, so that's crazy that that one's empty, but we'll get water in that right away when we get done. And yeah, so we're not in bad shape with these, so we're pretty good. Okay, so check the sale real quick, see what else we have going on today. Scroll down to the bottom. Big Kloss Terra track, couple of trailers, nice tractor here. I think this is actually the same version of the one we have. Yeah, not bad looking at all. Let's see. Yeah, a couple of cool finishes on it. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's cool. Has some of the same finishes we have. Not quite the same. It's getting there. It's definitely dirty, but it's not the same as the one we have, and that's all right. What else do we have? Bale shredder, potato something or another. Another potato thing, big bucket. This power sprayer would be nice to have on the farm. Take care of some weeds. We just don't really have that many to worry about. The low loader we don't need. We're not doing rice. This is the animal transport box I tried. Doesn't work well with cows, but it was overall a cool mod. 31,000 for a bale collector would be great to have, but that's just too much money. Harvester, summer super chisel. I think we're getting back into the same items we've already seen. So Nothing in the sale for us today. Was worth a quick look. And then real quick, let's take a look in the animal dealer and see what they have going on. So, some good animals. Nothing of really high quality, though. And that is surprising that we're having such a hard time finding good animals. Do they even have water buffalo cows or heifers? No, it's all bulls. That is crazy. Well, it might be worth driving up to the shop and checking it out. But before we do that, let's, where did we leave our Fiat? Over here. Let's grab that water tank, make sure all of our calves have water. We don't want any of them being thirsty. Should be easy to top them off. We know we have to top them off every day. So don't mind doing it. Just swing up here. That one's full. That one's full. Oh, we do have an adolescent in there we can move. Alright, we'll have to swing by and grab him later. Not a big deal. I think we're hitting the greenhouse trigger. Alright, that should be Igloo 6. Let's just double check it. Igloo 6 is full on water, so we are good there. Come in real tight here, make sure we get those water buckets. Okay, those are topped off. And I think these are already pretty much topped off. Yeah, we're good to go. Alright, so the calves are all taken care of. Probably need to make a quick batch of TMR just to get the birthing barn topped off, and we should probably put some hay in the breeding barn as well. So maybe we'll do that real quick, and then we'll call it an episode for May. Our grass is not ready to be cut. Our wheat is coming in nicely. Looks really good. So let me just finish topping off this greenhouse. And we should put one in here. Come on, squeeze around it. You can do it. That'll get the rest of that one in the greenhouse. It'll be good to go from there. There, yeah, you can see our adolescent cow. Might be a bull. Hard to tell. Right over here. Let's see. Right there. In the middle pen, or the front pen, right in the middle of the screen. We'll get him moved over either way. Not a big deal. Alright, let's leave this here. All topped off and good to go. We will grab the mixer wagon to make a little bit more TMR. Grab a couple of hay bales and make sure everybody else is taken care of. Let's go ahead and get this guy pulled out. And get the old trusty Massey Ferguson out to move our stuff. Oh yeah, we buried it in the manure, didn't we? Alright, pull him out of the manure. Nice and simple. Drop the bucket. Okay, Massey. Let's just drive straight. There we go. Massey at low speed just wants to turn around in a circle. Just wants to do a quick spin. Once you're up to speed, it handles nicely. So, we're going to probably make a double batch TMR. So I'd say we'll get that the one partial hay bale. That's fine. Just get it out of the way. Let's get 3 additional hay bales out, and let's get 2 round silage bales out to make a double batch. So grab our first silage bale. Drop him in there. While they're breaking that one down, we'll grab, I think this partial will be fine for our first hay bale. It's only short by a couple, maybe 1,000 liters. I don't even know, not much. But it doesn't seem like it takes a full one to make the TMR, so I'd love to be at the point where we have a little bit more straw, so we can actually use our straw in here, but just doesn't seem to be the case. Doesn't seem like we're able to do that right now. Weird that I'm not getting the mix ratio on that. Is it the wagon not on? Let's see. Let's turn the wagon on. Wagon is on now. It's on, still not giving me the mix. Huh. That's bizarre. Is it currently TMR? It is currently TMR, so let's go dump this load. And then we'll put another one in. Weird that it's not giving us that mix ratio chart or that little infographic that lets us know which way or how much we can add of each one. May need to put our last straw bale in here. We're getting close with these animals. We've used a lot of the straw. Well, while that's emptying, let's jump out. We can go grab a hay bale and put it in the breeding pen. Let's see what we can snag here. Can we reach over the silage bale? That'd be sort of nice. Can we grab this one? Yeah, that's a win. Love when a plan comes together. Slide it in here like a professional. Back up just a touch. Come on. There we go. Wagon seems to be done. So let's grab our silage bale. I almost wonder, I haven't tried this yet, guys. Let's see. I wonder if I can grab... Well, I'd have to take the hay bale off. Let's try it. Let's get this hay bale off. Let's see if we can hook one silage bale and one hay bale together on the pallet forks and then just use that to make total mix ration in one swing. Getting rid of this hay bale is apparently going to be the hard part of that. Okay, got a little slope to the ground here and it doesn't quite want to come off yet. Get a little grip. There we go. So if I were to swing back here and try to get both of these at once. Let's see, just give it like that. Okay, so far so good. We have both ingredients that we need. Gonna jump out here and go grab the Fiat and bring the mixer wagon over. Try the all-at-once TMR plan. Let's see. Camera up a little bit. Okay. It's taking both. The silage is going down first, which is what we need. And then we have the hay bale. Okay. So if that worked, if we have... Oh, we don't want to do that. That will cause... As the levels go down, that will cause it to turn to forage, and we are not interested in that. So let's jump out and see what happened here with our mix. Hey, total mix ration, 11,900. So, new trick, we can make it all in one batch. Just got to get the bales stacked up on the forks together, and they will mix on their own, which is good news. So, let's go ahead and get this tipping in. Excellent. We're going to throw this one into... Actually, we'll probably take this one and use it to feed the calves. It's a partial bale. It's on there crooked to begin with. We'll go grab the other one when we want to do... Throw this tip in. Come on. Okay. That trough is full. These igloos are so well done. If you look, like on this one right here, the trough, the food is not above the upper level. And when I put the bale down over it and then release it, now watch when I come pick it up. The trough's going to be over full. See that? So there's a visual plane. The same thing works with the water. So the gates move like I showed you guys last episode for cleaning out the manure. The water buckets fill. The food troughs fill. Just a really, really nice detailed mod. It just works the way it's supposed to. I feel like this one's already full. Give it a quick try, make sure. This one now, this one looks empty. Oh, not quite empty, but it is. Yeah, that finished off that bale. Alright, we'll go grab this one over here, throw it into the breeding pasture. Make sure they are topped off with hay, and then we have a partial bale over here by the first igloo that we had from the last time we fed them. We'll use that to finish topping off all the other calving troughs. And then I think we're about done for this episode, guys. Just doing some basic farm work. Nothing too crazy. We are making great progress. Lots of new animals on the farm. Exciting stuff. You know, just working towards that next stage where we're going to have a big enclosed barn to keep some more animals in. And we'll get there. And then we'll... I got to do a little work on the expansion of the wheat field just to make sure that we are ready when that comes up this fall. Okay, that trough is topped off. And let's go back and get this one. I don't know how close we need to get it with the water tanker trailer here. Is that going to be enough? Is it close enough? Let's see. Yep, that looks full. So real quick, let's hop out of here. Check in on our calves. Okay, let's see. Igloo 6 is full. Igloo 5 is full. Has water and food. Yep, Igloo 4, water and food. 3, water and food. 1, we need to put a little bit of food into. And 2 is full. The breeding pasture has 20,000 liters of hay. The birthing barn has 25,000 liters of total mixed ration. So let's dump this into Igloo 1 over here on the corner. And we are out of here, guys. Got a lot of good work done, keeping the animals happy and fed and taken care of. All that we can do sometimes. All right, so we'll get this one topped off. And I bet that food trough topped off. And let's see. Yep, it is full. So that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. and we'll see you in the next one.